Okay, I'm gonna try to make this as fast as possible. I'm thinking about getting goats, and that would mean I gotta put a fence up, a fence that'll hold goats, which is not easy, I know. So, this is raised bed gardens, pardon the mess. Gotta clean the gardens out yet. I think the tomatoes are done. Anyway, uh, from the corner of the raised bed gardens, right here, I would come across to the chicken run with a fence. And on the far end of the chicken run, that's chain link on the bottom. So that'd hold the goats. It's chicken wire above the chain link, but I think that'd be okay. I would actually put an opening in here, and the goats would live in one side of what is now the chicken coop. So the fence then would go off the back corner here of the chicken run, out across through there, and down this property line, which would be here where the electric fence is. And I put this electric fence up, just this little chintzy electric fence, because the neighbor over here has a dog wants to keep coming over here and fighting our dog and whatever. So that electric fence stopped that, and a woven wire goat fence would stop it even better. You know, the fence would go clear back in there and across to the chicken run. So then it would come down this whole property line. And I have an orchard down here that never has produced well. It just doesn't get enough sun. And I don't want to take out, you know, some of these big trees. Oh, and that and this are hickory trees that drop hickory nuts in here. I think the goats would like the hickory nuts. Anyway, back to the orchard. These trees, I got plum trees here that are dying from a blight that I've been fighting for 3 years and losing the battle. There's 2 pear trees, never have produced anything. And there's 2 peach trees right here that for the first time this year produce a ton of peaches. And I've read that any pitted fruit is poisonous to goats, so my pear trees would have to go. So the fence would continue down this property line. And I walked the perimeter. There's my electric fence is down here with some limbs. Anyway, but the dog already knows about the electric and stays away now. Anyway, so the fence would continue down through here, probably clear down in almost to the road, if you can see the road down there through the trees, and then go across here and up across the top of that hill, back over that way, and back over to a gate. I'll show you that here in a second. Before we get up there, I just wanted to give you a quick little scan here of the woods. There's a lot of yeah, what is it? Oh, that bush that smells so pretty. Hold on. Honeysuckle. Yeah, that's it. So there's a lot of honeysuckle in there. So the fence would come, we're at the top of the hill that I was looking up before. Woodshed's here. Fence would come along behind the woodshed and back over. We're back to those raised bed gardens. Fence would come across here. And I know I need to keep it somewhere back away from this rock outcropping so they can't jump over the fence off the rocks. But about right here between here and the garden, there would be a gate. That would be the gate into the pasture. So there's grass down there that I mow now that I wouldn't mow anymore. And I know they browse more than graze, but there is grass in here. that was a potato patch that I used. That, of course, I would lose, and I'd take all the, I'm going to use these T-posts here, reuse those as part of the fence. I've got about 35 or 40 T-posts that I bought at an auction for like 10 bucks for the whole pile of them. And that's probably not quite half enough posts. Wood corners, probably. T-posts on a run. And I do 2x4 goat fence, 4 foot high. And then I even thought, I've got a ton of insulators, and I've got a pile of barbed wire actually that I found laying in the middle of the road. There's probably, there's Miss Kitty down there. There's probably 200 foot of barbed wire that I found that I could put one strand of barbed wire on insulators and electrify it on the very top of the fence, top, you know, post to post, right above the woven wire, to keep them from, you know, climbing up on the wire and pushing down on it and all that. I have a fencer. So, and my thought is to get boar goats or Kikos, and I'm kind of leaning towards Kiko. From what I hear, they are less susceptible to parasites. And I'm thinking 4 does, and my intent is just to, for one thing, clear out the woods, clean it up, kind of make it park-like. I hope they would do that. And have some young'uns to sell every year to kind of break even on it. Don't figure on making money. I know better. I've been in too many animal projects to think I'm going to get rich on it. But if I can sell the babies and have, you know, make enough off that to pay for the feed for the does, they'd clean the woods up and be just kind of fun to have around. So, oh, and it's about, I paced it off. It's about 750 feet of fence. So, you know, 220 by 220, I think, is an acre, which would be 880. So I'm just shy of an acre would be fenced for 4 does. So post your thoughts, your comments, and what you think of my my plan, and correct me if I'm wrong on anything, and have at it. I'm all ears. I want advice from those that know. So, is this a good idea or a bad idea? Tell me what you think. Thanks for watching. So one other thing, now we're inside the chicken coop here. Hi ladies. So over here is where I was saying I would open that up, probably put a gate on it. That's the chicken run. It's like 30 by 40. I gotta get the leaves off. I got chicken wire over the top to keep the hawks out, and the leaves lay on that. I gotta blow those off before they get wet and heavy. So I'll get those cleaned off here today. But anyway, my thought is, this would be, let me go out here and go back in. This would be the goat shed. There's roosters over on that side that are gonna go to freezer camp real soon. Then I would move all the chickens over to that. These chickens that are on this side, I would move over there where the roosters are. And this would be my little goat shed. It's about, what do I have here? Probably 8 by 10 in there and another 8 by 10 out here. So I'm 10 by 16. That's where the goats would live, on this side. So, if that's enough space, tell me that too. I got to clean this up a little bit and get some new, their chickens are due for bedding anyway. I've been blowing the leaves in here, and they're pretty well mulched up now. I'll clean this out for the winter and get some good fresh straw in here. And if I do the goat thing, I plan on doing it in the spring. They have a big sale on fence in March, and that's, my thought is not get the goats until like April. So I'm not dealing with frozen water before I have to. Anyway, that's it. Let me know what you think.